Please allow me to start off this video with a warning. If you're a Joe six-pack type, if you're a person who relates to the blue-collar lifestyle and that blue-collar mindset, you're going to hate this video. Now, what you do with that information is up to you. You can stop watching now. You can not watch it all and just write easily disprovable things in the comment section below. You can watch it all and do that too. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. I have warned you. You're going to have a bad time watching this video, so be it. It's not my problem. With that in mind, let's explore sports and the stupidity of the blue-collar mindset.
And see two groups here. White collar, blue collar. But I don't see it that way. And you know why not? Because I am collar blind.
Every coach and general manager in sports seemingly wants their team to have a blue-collar mindset. Not only is this thoroughly cliche at this point, the words themselves have lost any semblance of meaning. The most recent and ridiculous occurrence of this being uttered by a head coach or coach in general came when New Mexico State, the Aggies, appointed Jerry Kill as head coach. Here's what the new Coach Kill had to say about the characteristics he wanted his team to embrace.
We're going to recruit people that relate to us. Follow me? Hard-nosed, tough, blue collar, just, guys are going to roll up their sleeves. I think we called it hard hat lunch pail when I was in Southern Illinois. I want hard hat lunch pail people going to come to work, and they're going to play hard, work hard, and they love football.
All right, firstly, you're at New Mexico State. The team college football forgot. It should go without saying you're going to work hard. Like, you should be doing that already. However, hard work for hard work's sake is pointless. It's why man invented the wheel. It's why we use technology. So we don't have to work hard. We can also work smarter and more effectively. Also, I want to take a second and go back to this whole obsession with lunch pails. In the past 15-ish years, I've seen 2 people in total actually using a lunch pail, and they were hipsters in Sacramento. Using the lunch pail to symbolize hard work and the blue-collar mindset isn't apt. It'd be like using a Discman to symbolize technology. It's just totally irrelevant anymore. Not only that, but lunch pails are about taking breaks. They're not about working hard. They're about you're getting time off, like a set time off to eat your lunch. Having worked in the food service industry, the concept of a break in the smack dab in the middle of your shift is a myth. It's like the Yeti almost. We don't get to use lunch pails. Most people don't get to use lunch pails because most people's breaks are either too short, they're either at the front end or the back end of their shift. It's just the lunch pail here, it's just not relevant anymore. Like can we just stop using this as a way to symbolize hard work or being a hard worker? However, let's refocus on the matter at hand, and that is the glorification of the blue-collar mindset in the world of sports. These contrived lines about lunch pails and blue collar and working hard, blah, blah, blah. These are just contrived canned lines coaches use when they have nothing better to say. Don't believe me? Here is now former New York Giants head coach Joe Judge on what exactly he's hoping the mindset his team shows fans when it hits the field.
What this team's going to look like. I mentioned earlier, I want this team to reflect this area. I want the people that pay their hard-earned money in the neighborhoods of New York, North Jersey, South Jersey to come to our games and note the players on the field play with the same attitude they wake up with every morning. That is blue collar, it's hard work, it's in your face. We're not going to back down from anybody. We're going to come to work every day and grind it out the way they do in their jobs every day. And they can invest their money in our program knowing it's worthwhile. They put a Giants uniform on, they put a Giants hat or jersey on, that it's not representing just the 53 on the field, but it's representing their neighborhoods, their communities, and their families with the values they have instilled in their children.
Oof, how'd that go for the Giants over the past 2 seasons? I guess apparently saying you want to have a blue-collar approach to football doesn't help you win games or even be competitive in them in most cases. And really, that's just the bigger thing of this all. In today's world, in today's day and age, saying your team is going to have a blue-collar approach is total and complete bullshit. So here's why sports and this whole blue-collar fantasy doesn't work. I actually worked blue-collar and food service jobs from basically when I turned 16 up until about 25. Now, I appreciate the experience, but it sucked. My parents also have worked blue-collar jobs and food service jobs and these hard jobs their entire life. And they've done so for the hope that they could support me enough that I wouldn't have to live that lifestyle and follow in their footsteps, because they know just how absolutely brutal it is. Now, their parents and our generation's grandparents have basically ruined everything for everybody by being alarmingly selfish. They think this cushy life they led 40 years ago somehow constituted being a hard worker. They also refuse to listen to just about anyone who disagrees with them. Seriously, their solution for a person with 2 jobs is for them to work harder at one job. Good luck tracking that logic. This group also spends an inordinate amount of time being scared by Tucker Carlson, buying tack lights, signing up for dodgy insurance, and basically doing and patronizing anything Fox News tells them to do. But that's an entirely different rabbit hole to go down. The issue today is that the sports world doesn't fully understand just what the modern blue-collar experience entails. So this is it. The modern blue-collar experience is a select group of people actually working hard, the majority of people not particularly working hard, but telling everybody about how hard they work, and then there's this third group of radicals and dubious characters who are just sort of there to make up the numbers and annoy everyone. Here's the thing though, that first group of people actually working hard, they aren't telling you about how hard they're working, and the reason they're doing that is either they want to escape or they want to make sure their children don't have to be stuck on that same conveyor belt. But when sports and coaches and general managers and the like, they talk about the blue-collar mentality, what they're actually doing is pandering to that second group. What really mystifies me about this group is that for no apparent reason, they believe they're working hard and that they already know everything. In reality, this group, they're just entitled brats who have equated showing up with hard work. Oh, another thing about this group, they're really stupid and refuse to listen to just about any idea that's not their own. Case in point. About 15 years or so ago, I was working for an F&B supplier in their warehouse. It was the bluest of blue-collar work you could possibly find. Anyway, the process there, this is before a lot of technology was around. So the process there was very rudimentary, right? So we'd have a list of stuff we'd collect, we'd grab it, and then we'd take it to the shipping dock. But then after that, we had to find the manager of the warehouse. We had to then go with him to the office so we could print out the next list. And then eventually we would be able to start on fulfilling the next list. The process wasted like 30 minutes to an hour depending on where everyone was at any given moment. So one day, while we were all taking our lunch break, no lunch pails mind you, but we were taking a lunch break, and I asked him, what if we changed the process a little bit, and instead of when we fulfilled one order, instead of going and looking for him and playing this game where we just wander around aimlessly for 30 minutes, what if that when we were getting close to done or when we were at shipping, we could just have him text us what we needed to be getting next, and then we could just sort of omit that spot, because then he could print off the list that we needed to get signed off on anyway. He could bring that to us as we were getting that order ready from the text list we had. It seemed like a very streamlined, a simple way, a simple solution to stop wasting time. With the way he and my coworkers responded, you would have thought I was Michael Richards at the Laugh Factory. The anger and the disdain they had for this idea was off the charts. Now, of course, you're probably wondering, oh, well, why is that? They thought I was being lazy with this suggestion, that I didn't respect the way that the system was being done because it had been done for so long in the past, and that's the system they knew. In fact, one of them even said to me if I didn't want to work hard, I should quit. So I didn't quit, but even to this day, that statement baffles my mind. Working inefficiently is not working hard. It's just being dumb. But the thing is, that's what being blue collar in America is really all about if you think about it. Don't think critically. Don't try to improve things. Just do something because that's the way it's always been done. And really, that's why we shouldn't want sports teams to operate in a blue-collar fashion. We all saw how this worked out for Joe Judge and the New York Giants. Hard work and a blue-collar approach, they're not the same thing. They don't equate to being the same. So while coaches will try to use these words interchangeably, I think they're missing the point, and they're also sort of neglecting the fact that hard work alone isn't enough to be successful in sports, in life, in anything really. When we look at the greatest teams in sports over the past decade, the Golden State Warriors, the New England Patriots, the Los Angeles Dodgers, Tampa Bay Lightning, Alabama football, and so on, they all worked extremely hard. There's no debating that. But these winning franchises were also very adaptable and thought critically about what it took to win. The best teams, at the end of the day, don't do things just for the sake of doing them. And that is the hallmark of the blue-collar experience in America today. As for the old warehouse I used to be employed at, well, they are still hiring. So if you are a coach or sports figure wanting to experience that blue-collar approach to hard work firsthand, I can help make it a reality for you. In the meantime, though, I have to go answer some snide remarks in the comment section by people who claim to work hard, but have plenty of time seemingly to watch YouTube videos that anger them and post mean remarks. Until next time, this is the Touchback. I'm Cheyenne Hollis, and as always, hashtag take it out to the 25.